In this video, I'm going to show you how you can do a daily habit of stretching your legs and also your trunk. This stretching is going to be very important and useful for you because once you're able to loosen up your muscles and your joints, then you can do your activities of daily living better and also you can function more fluidly throughout the day. So why is it important to stretch, especially in a stroke? Because after a stroke, you tend not to move as much, and because you do not move as much, there's not much of movement that is happening within your joints and your muscles, and these tend to become stiffer over time. Second is because after a stroke, a central nervous system damage, this can actually cause you to have this thing called spasticity. Basically, simply put, spasticity is just a condition where your muscles become overactive, and because they're overactive, they're just going to be more shortened and more tighter over time. So this is why stretching is important. Even if you are a beginner or in an advanced stage of stroke recovery, these exercises will be useful for anyone in a stroke recovery journey. A quick disclaimer is that do seek professional advice from your doctors or your therapist before doing any of these exercises. And also, these videos are done in my personal capacity and I do not represent anyone. So a few household items that you're going to need. You're going to need a face towel. You're also going to need a bath towel, a bit more longer. And also any dry item that is about 1 to 2 kgs that you can use to stretch. For the first set of stretching that we're going to do, we're going to start off with the ankles first. And you might notice this common pattern after a stroke. It is usually going to be downwards like this, your ankle, and also inwards. This is what we call plantar flexion and inversion. This is a very common tightness pattern that we see in stroke, and this is what we are going to address in this section here. So first, we are going to address the inversion portion. So the leg going in this way, the tightness for this, we are going to address it. Okay, so for that, we are going to need a face towel. Okay, get help from your caregiver or someone at home to roll this towel for you. And also, perhaps if you need help to place it on your feet, then also get them to help you. So what we are going to do is you're going to place over the lateral part. That means the outside part of your feet. Okay. So tightness is going to be like this, right? So you're going to place this towel over this area of the feet. Okay. So put this towel down. Okay. So in your feet, right, divide it into half like this. And this portion, okay, the portion that is on the outside, that is what we are going to put on the towel here, okay? And then we are going to sit forward a little bit, okay? We're going to sit forward a little bit. And in this position, we're just going to use your stronger hand to push down and get your feet to turn outwards, okay? So no longer inwards, but turning outwards. So place some pressure on your knee here and push down, okay? If you find that the stretching is a bit off, you can adjust your leg, just adjust it accordingly, such that you notice your ankle is turning outwards instead of inwards, okay? So instead of turning this way, you're actually trying to turn it this way and stretch by putting a towel here and just pushing down, okay? So for this stretch, you want to hold for 1 minute and you want to repeat 3 times in a day. So you can do it in the morning before you start any of your activities, just putting pressure for 1 minute and repeating it for 3 sets. So the next section that we want to address in the ankle is the pushing down portion, the plantar flexion portion where it's going to be tight like this. So for this, you want to get a bigger towel, okay, and just place it down like this, okay, and then lift up your ankle and your leg and just press it down, putting your forefoot, okay, your forefoot over in the towel area, okay. So get the towel into a roll, and from this position, put your forefoot here so that it actually forces your ankle to go up. Okay, forces your ankle to go up this way. And same thing, once this is here, just put some pressure on your knee and just push down. Okay, just pushing down your leg and holding for 1 minute and repeating it for 3 sets. Same like the earlier one for your ankle. Okay. So at this stage, I'm going to share with you a product that is actually a foam wedge. I'm just going to show a picture here and also link it in the description if you are keen. This foam wedge is actually very useful to do this type of stretching for the plantar flexion and also the inversion. So do consider checking it out if you are interested to purchase it. It will be very useful for your exercises. Another stretching exercise that you can do for your ankle is actually to cross over your leg. Your weaker leg, okay, is just going to cross over to your stronger leg here. And in this position, using a stronger hand, okay, get your forearm and place it over the foot area here, okay. And using a stronger arm, you just want to move your ankle up and down, okay. So you're not going to expect your ankle to be able to move very nicely, because if you have tightness, it's going to be just a minimum movement. But that is fine, okay? Just doing these repetitions and going through the motion will help to loosen it up. And over time, you can gain some range along with other exercises as well. Okay, so going up and down, you want to do for a minimum of 30, but you can do as many as you want. The more you do, the better it is to loosen it up. Okay, next is grabbing your foot here like this. Okay, grabbing this part of your foot. Okay, just going in and out, in and out. In fact, the in is not so important, but going out is more important. So just going up and down like this. Okay, in and out, but focusing more on the outwards. Okay, and just repeating it for a minimum of 30 repetitions, but do as many as you can, as much as you can tolerate. The more you do, the more looser it will become and more better it will be for you. So this is for your ankle. If you like this video so far, do consider liking and subscribing to the channel. You can also consider to subscribe to my weekly newsletter, Rehab Recovery, where I share positive insights and some advice for you every week. Now we are going to your knee and we are going to stretch your hamstring muscles. Okay, so this is my weaker leg here. So for the knee portion, you want to sit a little bit more over the edge of the chair. Okay, sitting forward a little bit, and you want to have a bit more of a longer towel. So a bath towel or even a blanket may help you. So you want to get it into a loop like this. Okay, so first thing, you want to put your leg, you want to stretch it out as far as you can, as much as the tightness allows you to. While you're going to put your heel is going to be on the ground. Okay, in this position, hook your towel over the feet. Okay, keeping your heel on the floor. Using a stronger hand, you're going to pull. Okay, you're going to pull this way. Now the next thing that you're going to do is the more important portion. Okay, so as you're going to sit as upright as you can, and while you're pulling, you want to lean forward. Okay, you want to lean forward, and trust me, you'll start to feel the stretching over the hamstring muscles here. Okay, so as you're pulling, you just lean forward. So for those of you who have not very good trunk balance, right? So you want to use your forearm here and support in the knee so that you're not going to fall over too much. If not, just get a caregiver to stand beside you as you lean forward, because the leaning forward is the portion that is going to really make you feel the stretch. Okay, hold it for 1 minute, and you want to repeat it for 3 times. So pull, using a stronger hand, you pull like this, but your heel must be on the ground. You cannot pull until coming up like this. Okay, heel must be on the ground, and keeping your body upright, you're just going to lean forward. Okay, leaning towards your weaker side. Okay, you're leaning towards your weaker side, and you're starting going to feel the hamstring stretch. So another method to do this stretching for your hamstrings is actually having a step stool here, and then just putting your weaker leg up like this, as much as the tightness allows, then putting your heel on the step stool, and also to sit forward as much as you can, as safely as you can. And in this position, keep your feet pointing forward and your toes pointing forward. Okay, you can use your stronger hand to push down your knee. You can use your strong hand to push out as much as you can. And the next thing, also keeping your body upright, you're going to lean forward. Okay, lean forward and towards your weaker side as safely as you can. Okay, remember, get a caregiver to stand by here if you feel unsafe. Okay, and do it for 1 minute and repeat it 3 times. So another type of stretching that you can do for the hamstring is similarly putting your feet on a stool here with your heel touching. If you do not have much trunk balance or core strength, then you can use this dry product here and just put it on your on your kneecap here, and just putting it there, allowing gravity to act and help you to stretch your hamstrings. Okay, so this is something that you can do. Make sure that the weight is about 2 kg, 1 to 3 kg around there, and then just putting it here and allowing gravity to help you to stretch. If you feel you're up for it, then you can actually do that forward leaning with your trunk by keeping it upright to just have a little bit more stretch over the hamstring muscles. Okay, for this, you want to hold for about 1 minute first and assess and see how your hamstring is coping. If it's too painful, then just stop at 1 minute. If you're able to tolerate, then do as you can. For every week, you just increase by 1 minute and see how much you can tolerate. Now we are moving up to the hip and stretching out the hip in a seated position. So first thing, you're going to cross your weaker leg. First thing is going to sit out first, and then cross your weaker leg over like this. Okay, same like your ankle stretch, right? So in this position, you're going to stretch out your rotator muscles in your hip. You're going to lean forward, same like your hamstring stretch. You're going to lean your body forward by keeping it upright, not stoop like this, okay? You're going to keep upright and lean forward. Stronger hand, you're going to push down your leg here, okay? You should feel a bit of a stretching here and sometimes even the inner thigh also. So lean forward and push as much as you can. Similarly, if you feel your trunk and your core strength is not good, get a caregiver to stand beside you so that you feel safer and it is a safe exercise then. Okay, hold it for 1 minute and repeat it for 3 sets. Okay, so cross your weaker leg over like this. Stronger hand, push down your knee here and your trunk, okay, keeping it upright, not bent like this, keeping it upright. Maintain the pushing force and also lean forward. Okay, last portion, we are going to focus on your trunk rotation stretching. This is just to give you some mobility in your trunk as you're doing your ADLs, your activities of daily living, and also in your walking, and as you're even using your upper limb also. Trunk mobility is very crucial. Okay, so you're just going to focus on the rotation to your weaker side and stronger side. So to the weaker side is slightly easier, okay? So sit slightly forward. This is your weaker side, right? So you need a chair with a backrest firstly, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to use your stronger hand. And you're just going to grab the back of the chair and turn towards this way. Okay, you should really be feeling along your spine and also your shoulder blade area on the stronger hand. And you want to turn your head also if possible and hold it for about 1 minute and repeating it 3 sets on the weaker side. Okay, then you come back here. Okay, using a stronger hand, reach over to the shoulder, grab the back of the chair, and as you grab the back of the chair, use it as a leverage to pull some more. Okay, you have a support structure here. Use it as a leverage to pull some more, and you can get a little bit more of a added stretch for your rotators. Okay, so 1 minute and 3 sets. So for your turning to your stronger side is a little bit more tricky. First, you want to sit forward a little bit, okay, and also angle more towards your weaker side, okay. And what's going to happen is you're going to use this part of your hand, okay, to hook your chair at the back here. Okay, even if you're in a wheelchair, also you can do this because there's a handle here that you can hook onto. And what you're going to do is you're going to just pull yourself to the stronger side like this, okay. You may not feel the stretch as much as compared to your weaker side because your stronger hand is a bit limited in this angle. So just try to grab the back of the chair as much as you can and using it as a leverage, then you turn. Okay, force yourself to turn this way. Okay, even your head also, turn and hold for 1 minute and you want to repeat it 3 times. Come to the end, thank you and I'll see you in the next video.